News Nation's Kellie Meyer live in Anchorage, Alaska, with a closer look at this summit and the impact so far. Kellie.
Yeah, a whirlwind 24 hours here, Natasha, from when President Trump took off here in Anchorage. He spoke with Ukrainian President Zelensky, and he told him that he's going to come to the White House on Monday. A White House official telling our Libby Dean that European leaders were also invited and could also attend. So we're watching to see just what happens in this to-be-continued process. Tonight, President Trump pushing closer to bringing two leaders at war to the negotiating table.
There's no deal until there's a deal.
Trump returning to the White House this morning after a nearly 24-hour journey to Alaska and back, meeting face-to-face with Russia's President Vladimir Putin. The Russian leader even getting an official escort from U.S. fighter jets out of American airspace. Putin calling the visit, quote, timely and useful, and that the two discussed, quote, all tracks of cooperation. Trump, though, stopped short of reaching his goal for the summit of a temporary ceasefire while working to pursue peace, as his backdrop at the planned press conference said. Even the White House posting a short time after the summit, quote, the goal is always peace.
We had an extremely productive meeting and many points were agreed to. There are just a very few that are left. Some are not that significant. One is probably the most significant, but we have a very good chance of getting there. We didn't get there, but we have a very good chance of getting there.
Trump resisting taking questions and revealing more about what was discussed before speaking with Zelensky. On the ride home, Trump calling up Zelensky and other European leaders to lay out what was talked about. The call ending with Zelensky agreeing to come to the White House this Monday. Zelensky writing, quote, I will meet with President Trump in Washington, D.C. to discuss all of the details regarding ending the killing and the war. I am grateful for the invitation. It will be Zelensky's first time back in the Oval Office since his February visit ended with him being kicked out and no deal reached. Nearly 6 months later, and now another chance for peace, with a lot on the table, from potential land swaps to Trump reportedly being open to U.S. security guarantees, meaning the presence of Western troops on the ground in Ukraine to ensure peace, though Trump hasn't committed to sending American troops there. European leaders emphasizing that Ukraine, quote, must have ironclad security guarantees to effectively defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity. And we're learning tonight that First Lady Melania Trump penned a peace letter to Russian President Vladimir Putin and handed it to her husband to hand deliver to him during this summit. You see that letter there, obtained by News Nation. It says in part, quote, such a bold idea transcends all human division, and you, Mr. Putin, are fit to implement this vision with a stroke of the pen today. She wrote, it is time. And she was talking about ending the war for the sake of children in both Ukraine and in Russia. Natasha.
Kellie Meyer live in Anchorage, Alaska with that. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.